Today I'll be counting down my top 10 bucket list flat rides as well as some honorable mentions. I'll try to explain why you shouldn't skip out on these rides when given the opportunity.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 8.
Hey guys, and welcome to 808 Coaster Life. It's been a while. If you're new to this channel and you love roller coasters and other theme park related stuff, please consider subscribing for quality coaster entertainment every 1 to 2 weeks. Fortunately, I had the opportunity of riding a decent number of great flat rides, but still, there are some amazing flat rides out there that I really want to ride. One thing to note, there's a huge variety of flats out there, and there are some types I do not like. Mainly spinning rides, so gravitrons, roundups, and rotors are not my type. And one time I almost threw up after riding a gravitron, so you won't be seeing similar rides on this list. I like rides that have some intensity and punch, but the forces aren't sustained for a long period of time. This list will include both specific installations and general ride models. Let's get into it. Number 10, Talokan at Phantasialand. Like most of the rides at Phantasialand, this ride is insanely well themed, even if it's just a top spin. I've never ridden one before, and they look pretty fun. I don't see too many people raving about top spins, which is why this isn't higher on this list. But the main reason why I put this on here is because of the theming. There's water fountains, a ride soundtrack, fire, and a very well detailed facade, all make for a very unique ride experience. This is one of the most, if not the most well themed flat ride, and that's what turned a normal top spin into a one of a kind attraction. I'd recommend not skipping out on this ride if you go to Phantasialand unless you get motion sick easily. Number 9, Zumanjaro Drop of Doom at Six Flags Great Adventure. This drop tower is unlike any other drop tower out there. Wait, never mind, I take that back. I was very intrigued by this ride when it got announced, maybe because of the clickbaity animation, but still. I put this ride on this list for the same reason why I put King Ka as an honorable mention on my top 10 bucket list coasters video. You can check that out in the card up there. I want to ride it because it's the tallest drop tower in the world and I can earn bragging rights, seeing as a lot of people are afraid of drop towers. I know when I ride it that 1, it's going to be a great view up there, and 2, the drop is going to be insane. I noticed that those who have ridden this don't think it's the best drop tower out there, and I wonder why. Because of that, this isn't any higher, but nevertheless, it is a ride that I really want to do at least once. Number 8, Orlando Starflyer, located in Orlando, Florida. Sticking to the trend of tallest ride of its kind, this ride is the world's tallest swing ride at 450 feet. I don't know if every Starflyer does this, but on this, from what I've seen, the rotation speed and the speed going up and down vary during the ride cycle, which I find cool. It's not going to be the same speed throughout the whole ride. Some parts are going to be graceful and other parts will be pretty intense. Apparently, if you look good enough, you can see Disney World and Universal Studios Hollywood from the top. The view is the main reason why I want to ride this so much. Although I have ridden a wave swinger, I've never ridden a Starflyer or a Windseeker, but these rides look very fun and they're great fits for whatever park they're in. Number 7, Mechanica at Liseberg. This is a rare zero star shape, which is basically a combination of an inverting frisbee ride with a top scan. You'll be swinging and inverting while you're flipping freely, giving a very out of control experience. Rides like these intrigue me a lot because of the unique forces provided by the free spinning arms. During the cycle, it also holds you at the top, giving you a nice view of the park and even the surrounding area. I wonder why there aren't more of these in permanent parks, because they're high capacity and they can give ultimate thrill. Is it because it's unreliable? Nevertheless, Mechanica and all of the other star shapes look like amazing rides that I would love to ride. Number 6, the KMG Speed 32. If you have watched my top 10 favorite flat rides video, you can check out the card up there, you would know that Speed is one of my favorite flat rides. I like how high you go as well as how intense it can get. The KMG Speed 32 is that ride on steroids. This is currently the world's tallest booster ride, although Fabri can make a taller version, but none have been built yet. Luckily for KMG, one installation recently opened up. I noticed that the bigger boosters are not as intense as the smaller ones. If you compare Airborne, the only installation of this model so far, to a normal KMG Speed, the big one doesn't look as intense, but I would like to be proven wrong if I ride it. The height is what will make up for the potentially more graceful experience, and that's why this lands a spot on this list. Number 5 is a tie between Ikaros at Gronelund and Falcon's Fury at Busch Gardens, Tampa. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing Ikaros correct. These two are the only Intamin sky jumps in existence so far. What makes them unique is that before dropping, the seats tilt straight down, scaring anyone afraid of heights. As it drops, the seats swing back out as the ride engages with the brakes. I wonder if because you're tilting down, the airtime you would normally get would be converted into acceleration Gs. But don't take my word for it. If you've ridden Ikaros or Falcon's Fury, let me know down in the comments how was your experience. Number 4, Sky Coaster at various parks. They take a long time to get you up, but these rides look incredibly fun. Rising to the top is very suspenseful, the initial drop looks incredible, and the sensation of speed looks amazing. Some of them are over water, which adds to the thrill. They may not do a whole lot, but still I would really like to ride at least one of these. Number 3, Vertigo at Tivoli Gardens. If I were to pick the most insane flat ride ever created, I would probably pick this one. From an image, it looks simple, but it's definitely not. The ride starts off with the roll and the yaw axes rotating as the main arm slowly gains speed. This ride twists and turns you and provides forces that you don't get on any other ride. The main arm gradually spins faster as the yaw and the roll stop rotating. You first get hang time at the top, but as it goes faster, the hang time gets converted into positive Gs. Soon you'll be flying upside down, pulling sustained positives up to 5 Gs, which is insane. Then as the main arm slows down, the spinning comes back. After a little while, your ride experience ends. This ride may not be my type. I would probably gray out if not black out, but this ride just looks so legendary and that's why it's this high on my list. Number 2, the KMG Inversion 32. If the Speed 32 is the big brother to the Speed, the Inversion 32 is the big cousin to the Inversion. As far as I know, only one of these exists, Infinity, the world's tallest portable looping ride. At its peak, this ride reaches heights up to 213 feet high. I think this is by far the best pendulum ride out there. The weightlessness from swinging looks amazing. Apparently Infinity fully rotates only once per cycle because any more would be too intense. But the one time it does go fully upside down looks to give some serious hang time. Plus the sensation of speed must be incredible, as well as the positive Gs at the bottom. I very much enjoyed my 2 rides I got on a normal sized KMG Inversion, but a supersized one looks insane. Before I reveal my number 1 bucket list flat ride, here are some honorable mentions. The Mondial Top Scan looks incredible. Like number 7, this ride features free spinning arms. I did miss out on one, Soul Spin at Knott's Berry Farm, due to time limitations, but people said that was not a very good top scan, so I guess I'm glad I didn't ride it. You could also include tangos and any other ride with a similar feature in this spot. Canada's Wonderland houses a very unique flat ride, Sledgehammer. This ride doesn't invert you, but it suddenly raises you high off the ground, drops you back, and it tilts you nearly 90 degrees while having a scrambler style motion to it. I just wish it would be more reliable. Intamin gyro drop towers are widely known in the coaster community to be the best all-round drop towers, so obviously I would like to ride one of them. Apparently the drop is much more forceful than that of an SNS drop tower. These can also get pretty tall, but because it's well received, that's why it's an honorable mention. Number 1, Slingshot, located at various parks and fairs. This spot may seem confusing for some people because the majority of rides on this list are rare, but this is actually pretty common. But ever since I got into amusement rides, I really wanted to ride a Slingshot. It's one of the only rides out there that I want to ride at least once before I die. For one, the initial launch looks incredible. I bet the forces are comparable to that of Accelerator's launch. Second, there are tons of viral videos of people riding Slingshots, so it must be thrilling. No ride is the same on a Slingshot. This may not be the most unique ride, and some rides on this list may or may not be better than a Slingshot. But again, I've always wanted to ride one because they look so thrilling and so fun. That concludes my list on my top 10 bucket list flat rides, but I would like to know your top bucket list flat rides. Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by leaving a like on this video. And if you're new to this channel and you love roller coasters and other theme park related stuff, please consider subscribing for quality coaster entertainment every 1 to 2 weeks. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.